Commissioner Clark Coleman. Commissioner Basham.
Here.
Commissioner Killeen.
Here.
Chair Dobb.
Here.
You have a quorum present.
Next item.
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
I'd like to call Corporation Counsel Sue Hamoud to the microphone to make a few comments about cases that have been dismissed by the county.
Good afternoon, Commissioners, and thank you very much, Chair, for allowing me this opportunity. It has come to my attention recently that we keep coming before this body repeatedly to ask you all for authority to settle cases. And unfortunately, we do not tell you about the successes that our office has on behalf of the county in having cases dismissed. So I just wanted to just briefly share with this body that in the last 2 months, 10 weeks, going back to March 16th, our office has successfully had 12 lawsuits against the county dismissed, which obviously result in a significant savings to the county. So I just wanted to let you all know that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any questions from commissioners on this topic before we move on? Thank you, Ms.
Thank you
Hamoud.
very much.
Next item, Madam Clerk.
C, approval of the May 11, 2022 meeting minutes.
Move approval, Madam Chair. Support.
Been moved and supported. Any discussion on the meeting minutes? All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Next item.
Item 1, under unfinished business, requesting commission approval of a retroactive 5-year contract with Alliant Insurance Services.
I'd like our commission counsel to speak on this item.
Good morning, through the chair. So based on the discussion from the last committee meeting, staff met with the administration. We actually had a meeting yesterday. That meeting included the department, corporation counsel, and members from the CEO's office. I was just advised that this morning, and I believe someone will confirm that we've come to some resolution with regards to the matter, that this contract will move forward. And then in the future, when they submit the actual policies, they will be submitted as amendments to this contract, adding to that ultimate total. In the past, they've done multiple amendments. They've done each individual policy separate, so we would get maybe 6 items. They're anticipating trying to do 1 item in June to make the process a little more streamlined. But that is my understanding that we did reach some resolution. So I'll defer to the department to confirm that for this body.
Okay, Commissioner Killeen first.
Madam Chair, and before we get into the nuts and bolts of the contract, which we have discussed here already, that was exactly my question. Do we have an agreement between the administration and commission counsel on the process for moving forward with these?
Please identify yourself for the record. And the microphone is on.
Good afternoon, Claire Mason Lee. I'm here in the capacity of Director of Risk Management. And yes, after several conversations dating back into early April, I believe we have come to a resolution. So the contract that's before you is the broker contract. Alliant is our broker that does the shopping for us for our insurance policies. And attached to their contract currently is their administrative fee. When we receive the policies, which usually come in right before the renewal time, which is July 1st of every year, that's where the premiums are attached to. We have been sending those through separately. And what we're going to do going forward, and this is the understanding that we're working on the process piece, is that we will send forth an amendment to the Alliant contract every year to then add those dollar amounts for the premiums so that we can then pay them, and it'll be one time versus as Commission Counsel advised for each separate policy. So it'll list all of the policies we are renewing, but it'll give one total.
And since this contract is back before us again, I assume that Alliant hasn't jumped ship on us and they're still doing business with us.
No, that they have not jumped ship. And please understand as well that they were under contract until May 1st. We start our renewal process in January, so they began the work that is for July 1st back in January of 2022, and they're continuing to do the work.
Madam Chair, I'll move approval of item D1.
Would you like to move upon contingency of these changes?
I didn't hear Commission Counsel say that.
Through the chair, this would not be contingent because the later action will come probably not to June or July. So we'll just have to rely on what the administration is saying, that we've reached an agreement and understanding as to how to move forward with the matters.
There's no change to this contract. It is as written right now.
Okay, so we have a motion for approval. Is there support? Moved and supported. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk, next item.
Item 1, under new business, a resolution by Commissioner Bell strongly supporting Michigan Senate Bill 117 and House Bill 4902, which will give businesses with their principal place of business in Michigan a 7-day window to resubmit a bid for a state contract to match or beat the bid from a bidder that is not a Michigan business, and encouraging the Michigan legislature to enact and Governor Gretchen Whitmer to sign the bills into law.
Thank you. We have Commissioner Bell with us. Would you like to speak on this item?
Sure, it was stated pretty succinctly that this is a bill that I was asked to support, or for this body to support, that would allow Michigan businesses the opportunity to rebid on a project to make sure that businesses here in Michigan get business. Just as we encourage the county to do business with Wayne County businesses, this is encouraging the state to do business with Michigan-based businesses. And this is supported by the Black Chamber as well as many other chambers across the state. It is Senate Bill 117 and House Bill 4902. And they are presenting this to their respective bodies. And this is a resolution again supporting those two bills.
Commissioner Kleen.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing this to us, Madam Chair. You referred to other chambers. Does that include the Detroit Regional and the Michigan Chamber?
The Detroit Regional, I haven't got word from them yet, and the Michigan Chamber does, I believe, support as well. So there are several chambers across and business organizations across the state that are in support of this.
I'll move approval of the resolution, Madam Chair.
We have a motion for approval. Is there support? Supported. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 2, an ordinance to amend Chapter 177 of the Wayne County Code of Ordinances, Women's Commission Ordinance to amend Section 177-5 to clarify the election of the chairperson and the vice chairperson, and to amend Section 177-8 to change the date for submission of the annual report to the Wayne County Commission.
Just slight changes to the ordinance for the Women's Commission, just to change the dates on our elections for chair and vice chair. Are there any discussion, questions on this item? Okay, let's just take the next couple items. Actually, let's vote on this one. Is there a motion for approval?
Move approval, Madam Chair.
Support? Can I get support? Not me supporting it. Your microphone's not on. It's been moved and supported. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone wish to abstain? Motion passes. Okay, is our next item the settlement? Okay, we're gonna skip 4. I think the copy I have is out of order. Are we on 4? Okay, we're gonna skip to number 5. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Item 5, requesting commission approval of a comparable source purchase with Oracle America.
Questions or discussion on item 5?
Thank you, Madam Chair. It is a comparable source, but it does say they participate in my deal, and I do understand it, so I will reluctantly support it. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Commissioner Kleen?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Is this tied into the ERP project, I guess we'll call it at this point?
Welcome. Will you please identify yourself for the record?
Sure,
Speak into
Hector
the
Roman.
microphone. It's on.
Hector Roman, Director of Information Technology. This is to support our existing PeopleSoft application. Eventually, when the ERP is in place, this PeopleSoft would not be needed.
Putting Band-Aids on that. Commissioner Kleen? It's been moved for approval. Is there support? By Commissioner Kleen, supported by Commissioner Basham. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Oh, we don't want to do 6. All right, Madam Clerk, we're going to take items 7 and 8 together.
Item 7 on the addenda, a resolution by Commissioner Bell amending the Wayne County Art Institute Authority Articles of Incorporation. And item 8, a resolution by Commissioner Bell amending the Wayne County Zoological Authority Articles of Incorporation.
Are there any commissioner questions on these items? Commissioner Basham?
Item 8 with the Zoological Commission, that could be a conflict of interest. If you look at that number of different hats. So I'm very reluctant to support that.
Commissioner Bell, would you like to speak on this item?
These two items are a change in our articles of incorporation. And there were 3 items listed. We're taking out one of them is for the membership or who is eligible to be a member of the authorities. And we have, of course, someone 18 years or older and I don't have it in front of me. And if you are a resident of Wayne County, I think those are the 2 requirements to be a member of the authority. So that's what is in the articles that we were changing. Go ahead.
If I may, Madam Chair, if you're on the authority, and it just seems like it could be a conflict.
Well, and I'll say personally speaking, as the chair of the Zoo Authority, I'm also on the Detroit Zoological Authority. And it is very helpful for the members of the Zoo Authority of Wayne County to be a member of the Detroit Zoological Authority to make sure that what's going on in the Detroit Zoological Authority is in alliance with what happens here at the Wayne County Authority. So I think it's important that I be on both of those, or not just me, but whoever is on both of those boards, so that you can align ourselves with what goes on and what's in the best interest of Wayne County residents to the larger board. The larger board has over 100 people on it, and being a voice for Wayne County on that board has been very beneficial. So that should be the same for both institutes, the Wayne County Arts Authority, as well as the Wayne County Zoo Authority. So these articles makes that happen.
If I may, Madam Chair.
Yes.
And I appreciate your integrity and everything, but should you ever be off of that, somebody else could actually potentially, it could be a conflict. So that's why it'll probably pass, but I like to be the skunk to picnic on this one. Thank you.
Commissioner Clark Coleman?
I just want to say I totally agree with what Commissioner Bell has to say. I think that it adds to the knowledge to have them to serve on, to be able to serve on both boards.
Commissioner Kleen.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to ask Commission Counsel, there is both a Art Authority Act that creates art authorities that the legislature passed, and a Zoo Authority Act, two separate acts of the legislature. Does anything in the amended articles here conflict with state law in the proposed?
Through the chair, I don't believe, and I'm not exactly sure how to answer your question. So there is language and requirements set forth in the statute, but there is no requirement that the articles of incorporation mimic the statute. So I would say that the articles at this point do not conflict with state law, but they're also not required to mimic state law.
Good, thank you.
Further questions? Can I get a motion to approve these items, number 7
move
and
it.
8? Been moved by Commissioner Clark Coleman, supported by Commissioner Kleen. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Aye.
Abstentions? Motion passes. Madam Clerk, I believe we'll move on to item number 6. No. Oh, we're taking 6 last?
No, we can take one.
Oh, 3, 4, and 6. Okay, 3, 4, and 6. We will need a motion to, I'm sorry, just go ahead, Madam Clerk.
Item 3, requesting commission approval of a settlement in the matter of Southeast Michigan Surgical Hospital versus County of Wayne. Item 4, requesting commission approval of a settlement in the matter of Zolly Moore versus County of Wayne. And item 6, requesting commission approval of amendment 2 to a settlement agreement and limited release with Z Contractors, Alliance of Rouge Communities, Environmental Consulting and Technology, and ECT Engineering. Corporation Counsel has reviewed the litigation and is of the opinion that a discussion or trial or settlement strategy in connection with specific pending litigation in an open meeting will have a detrimental financial effect on the county's litigation or settlement position. Therefore, a closed client counsel session is requested.
Chair, I'd like to move to go into closed session for the 3 items that were just read by the clerk.
Moving into closed session. Can I get support? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Knizik, Commissioner Clark Coleman, Commissioner Basham,
Yes.
Commissioner Kleen,
Aye.
Chair Dobb.
Yes. We will now move into closed session. Please turn off your microphones. All set? All right, we have moved out of closed session. Madam Clerk, we will now vote on 3, 4, and 6. Can I get a motion on those items? All right, it's been moved by Commissioner Kenizik, supported by Commissioner Basham. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Next item.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
Have none. Next item.
Public comments,
Do we receive any emails?
no emails.
Zoom who wishes to make a public comment? Is there anyone from in the audience who wishes to make a public comment? Last call for public comments. Hearing none. Next item.
Adjournment.
Motion for adjournment. Moved. Any support? Moved and supported. All those in favor?